Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you're doing well. And welcome back to some MechWarrior. We're going to be playing MechWarrior 5 today, Mercenaries, like we have been playing the past couple of Fridays. My name's Robbie. If you guys are new here, thank you for coming out. I do appreciate it. I just realized I don't have any chat up, so might be something I need to get up there. So I can see if you guys want to chat, just go ahead and chat in there. I'll pop it out here so I have it on my second screen so I can read your guys' messages. There we go. Get that closed up here. Already have the game loaded up though, so we can go ahead and pop over to that. See, our camera has been moved. As long when the game comes up, there it goes. We should be ready to go now. There we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pop back into the game here. So we're just trying to grind our way to get into level 8 on the notoriety scale. We were getting close to it. What we had out here. Okay. We were getting close to it, so I think today we will be able to actually get to the be able to get to level 8 and do the next story mission. Then we have plenty of mechs to take it on, so let's go ahead and run up here. See what kind of contracts we can take. There's one on here. We actually do have an immediate aid one. This is a demolition contract? Warzone contract. So this is a little bit. This is the one. This is the one we're just we have to kill a certain amount of people and then we can leave, or we can kill more until we want to leave. So let's go ahead and grab some damage coverage. We'll grab some salvage shares, and we'll grab some more C-bills. So weight limit at 230 tons, and our lance is right at there, but gotta wait a couple of days. Now, I know I was reading, there actually was a couple of people who voted on the little quiz below. I usually try, if you scroll down just a little bit, you actually can see a quiz. Not really a quiz, it's a kind of a questionnaire that I do. The question this week was, or had been the last couple of weeks, if you had ever heard of the Battletech universe before coming to the stream. A lot of people hadn't, so I'm kind of glad I can explain it a little bit better to you guys. If you have any questions about it, just let me know. But essentially, this is what it is. It's just big battle mechs like this, fighting one another. There's 5 great houses that we've only seen maybe 3 of them. We've seen Merrick, we've seen Liao, and we've seen Davion. And Davion we've been working for mostly. So yeah, these are our, this will be our lance. So a lance is 4 mechs. So from kind of left to right, this is our mech that we're going to be piloting. That's what you think. And then these are 2 heavier mechs. So the mechs are kind of divided up into 4 different weight classes. There's light, medium, heavy, and assault. These 2 are actually technically considered heavy mechs. One of them is 70 tons. The other one's 65 tons. It's based on tonnage. Anything below 35 tons is considered a light mech. Anything between 40 and 55 tons is considered a medium mech. Anything between 60 and 75 is, or 65. I'm trying to think here. No, I guess it'd be between 60 and 75 is considered a heavy mech, because our Orion's considered 70, or I think it's a 70-ton mech, and it's still considered a heavy one. Anything above 80 tons is an assault mech. So we've been starting to see a lot more heavy mechs in this one, which is good. It means we're on the right track. We're getting more and more, a little more difficult situations. It makes the gameplay a little more fun, I think, but it also allows for to actually salvage mechs. And that's kind of one of your 2 main ways to actually get mechs in this game. You can either buy them, which these things can get kind of expensive. I mean, I think this Orion here was almost 8 million C-bills. See at the top here, we do have just over five now. Or you can salvage them, and salvaging them is a little bit harder. You have to have enough shares to do so. A light mech can go from anywhere from like 8 to 13. So you can imagine how much a heavier assault mech could go for. So we kind of keep an eye out for those. We make sure we have enough to actually try to get those, but we can also get things like more C-bills out of it, and more damage coverage, so we can repair our mechs faster, because if our mechs aren't fully repaired, then we can't really go out on missions yet. So that's kind of the basics of Battletech, how it works. you know, you'll see kind of how this goes. It's really it's almost like a first-person shooter, but first person as in you're inside of a giant suit of armor that you're firing lasers and missiles and ballistic weapons out of. So yeah, you know, if you guys have any more questions about Battletech, that's kind of a general overview. I mean, it's really, you know, if you're looking at something, it's kind of like a 10-mile overview. If you want really more nitty gritty stuff, like real big backstory, because this universe is massive. Go to sarna.net, SARNIA. They have pretty much every piece of lore you'd ever want to try. Alright, I gotta remember what all of my weapon systems are in this one. This one I have 5, so it's a little bit more difficult. Just gotta remember which one's which. With my medium lasers, and then my large lasers will be next. There's some heavy. There's actually mechs here. Let's see here. Let's take this guy out. And then this. Oh. This is my machine gun, I believe. Yeah. Now, I don't quite have the EC-20 anymore, and that was a nice one to have, but I do like the Thunderbolt. It's got quite a bit of weapons on it, and it's pretty good survivability, too, so I kind of just prefer that over what the Hunchback, which had the EC-20 on it. I just kind of prefer this over that, so... So here we're going to kill 23 enemies. That's what we got here. Let's go ahead and take that guy out. So they'll kind of come in waves. Usually we can take them out pretty easily, but you know, sometimes we can't. We just gotta kind of manage what we don't have to defend anything, thankfully, on this one. We just gotta destroy everything. I kind of like Warzone contracts where you don't have to defend anything. Because I'm not the best at defending stuff. Let's see here.
Appear to be bringing in additional reinforcements. Brace yourselves.
Oh, the mechs over here. So what we got over here? We got a urban mech, cicada, and there's probably another cicada over here. Yeah. So let's take this guy out first. I have missiles on this one. Like long-range missiles. I mean, I have both short and long-range missiles on this one. I haven't had missiles in a while, so it's kind of fun playing with missiles again. Kill him. Ooh, there's parts rolling around everywhere. It's a different cicada though, but we'll chase him. A little out of practice right this second. I don't know why though. It's just I don't know. A week will do that to you. Kind of blow one of its legs off. So there's a couple ways you can destroy a mech. You can take out both its legs, take out its center torso, or you can take out the head. So yeah, we've already got one leg down here. We've laid the other one. You'll see it just kind of fall over and won't be able to move again. So go. Looks like we only got the urban mech left. And they've already got his AC-20, so this guy is pretty much neutered. But, still gotta take him out, though. Yeah, the urban mech is not a great mech, but, you know, it's one they keep throwing at us, too. I've kind of noticed that. They keep, they'll throw, like, at least one urban mech, maybe 2 at us. Ooh, that one's actually more... That's a blackjack. We have 2 of those, so I'll take on this guy by himself. And really that PPC is what I'm kind of, wanting to take out. Because the PPC, while I'm not a huge fan of them, they can be rather damaging if, used properly. So I want to take it out as fast as I can. And like you can take arms and legs off, or you can take arms off. You can their mech can still go. Then you can see right there. I just ripped the arm off, so we'll be okay for now. But we just gotta take it out now. How about just take it out with a machine gun? He's got machine guns too. I'm pretty sure that was a headshot kill. I could be wrong, but I'll find out later. Sometimes you gotta make up your own fun in missions like this. They really don't present a challenge for you sometimes, but this one might be a little more difficult. Let's see here. So we've got here. We've got 3 medium mechs. What's that one? It's a Centurion. I better take that one out first. I cannot hit the broadside of a barn. About to lose one of his legs. There's one gone. And there's the other one gone. Alright, that Centurion's hurting pretty. Oh, we had an AC-20 on it. I didn't expect that. But it is gone. Take these guys out. Damage. Alright, cool. PPC's gone. This thing is really. It's got a medium laser and a LRM5 on it still, but Alright, I've lost a machine gun so far. That's not good. It's a machine gun. Alright, that is it. So I think we're going to leave. Most of the thing is my mech is just hit pretty good, but actually, to be honest with you, I think we saved both allied mechs too, which is number one is a miracle. Because usually, ooh crap, usually they're usually, especially the smaller ones, they have a light and a medium mech, which what they were facing or what we were facing out there very well could have taken those mechs out no problem. So it's kind of a miracle that we kept both an urban mech and a cicada alive, because usually those are not ones they survive very long. So that's kind of the power of 2 heavy mechs out in the battlefield. So we got another one done. We got to be getting close to getting level 8, but maybe that's just me. It seems like every level you unlock the next story mission, which okay, I get, but it seems like it just every once in a while, especially between like 7 and 8, it's taken a while for us to. There we go. We are now professionals. If you weren't beforehand, so you can see here we got a bunch of stuff we can salvage, and we have 12 salvage points. We can't get the cicadas, we can't get the vindicators. We can get the urban mech. Remember, we can get 2 loci, which is pretty good. Value wise, they're going to be the most expensive, although these are like tier 2 medium lasers. They're kind of hard to find. Let me turn down the game volume just a little bit more. There we go. I noticed it was getting a little loud during the battle, so maybe right there we'll try that. And now we're now technically sworn enemies with Liao, which is fine. I'm not that. So if you look, even if you look here, kind of below, can you not see? Oh, there. Like, can you not see? If you look just below my camera here, if you look here, my damage coverage was just over $500,000. We only took $371,000 worth of damage. So none of our repairs are going to cost us anything, or they'll pay us that amount. But since we're on a planet that's going to cost us a little more to repair our stuff, it might be more than that. But I want to take the 2 locuses. We really don't need them, but you know, it's not bad to have them. So yeah, we're still actually it didn't give us our little another quest thing. That's really odd. All right, let's go Star Map, because we ran out of missions on this planet. This is actually a level 8 cluster now, so that's good to see. But I don't see any industrial hubs around here. I would figure I would have seen one by now. Let's travel down this way to see if we can find an industrial hub. Found the backwater region. That was about it. That's not great. So, because if we can find an industrial hub, maybe they'll have more mechs for sale. That might have some like better ones. Let's see here. Don't see anything else over here. Usually you can see them from a couple planets away. Like if you see, like right here, here's an industrial zone. I still haven't found one down this way, which I would figure there would be one. So let's travel through here. We get a little bit of money, and we can travel around, especially with those two loci on us. They're probably about $1 million a piece, so we'll sell both of those and have no problems recuperating our money. So not too concerned about it. Still no industrial hub, and that kind of is a little bit odd. I would figure there would be one out this far. Well, sort of. I mean, in all honesty, you would think that there would be at least one out here, because technically it's still in kind of the inner sphere influence, but I haven't yet to find one. Star map. There's nothing out here. Alright, let's travel up this way. All we're really doing is also just burning time too, which in this game, time that I've seen, time doesn't really matter too much. Maybe that's just me though. Really, no industrial hubs out here. All right, let's go up to Hobbs then. We start working our way back towards that industrial hub, but you know, the only real difference is that we have to pay bills every 90 days, and we just had to pay, I think it was $500,000 for all of our mechs and our pilots and things like that. So that's what we got to be kind of, you know, we got to look out for. So star map, nothing yet. All right, this is really odd. Alright, again, I think we're just going to have to work our way back towards this one. I don't see any other industrial hub around here. Alright, I guess we're traveling then. And right there, that was a little bit of, quite a bit of money. That was 400 grand just to travel there, so. Alright, well, that's a bit of a bummer, but go ahead and get our mechs repaired now. So we're not in a conflict zone, we can get them repaired. Hold on, I think I gotta repair something else on that mech. I don't know if it was just damaged or destroyed, but let me see here. There's a machine gun that was destroyed. So let's see if I have an extra machine gun. I do not. Do they have one here? They do. We'll take both of those. So we can equip our mech back up to where it should be. Go ahead and start work there. Go ahead and why won't, oh, I've already repaired it, that's why. Or have I? Okay, all of them have repair orders now. Let's go over to the market here. They have an archer. It's a pretty good missile boat, and actually it's in pretty good condition too, which is kind of surprising. But we're going to go to our inventory, go down to the locust here. And then where's the other locust at? There it is. It's about 1.6 million because they were damaged, but that's actually not too bad. Is there any equipment we could sell? There's 3 AC-10s we could sell. Get rid of these burst flyers too, because I don't think we'll need them anymore. Oh crap, I hit the wrong... Dang it. I was buying them instead of selling them. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, that was a costly mistake, but I think we'll be okay because we have a lot of stuff we can sell here. PPCs we can get rid of. Or can we? Hold on. Do we have the... Yeah, we do have the Warhammer still. I actually got rid of that on my other game, which... Because I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I still might get rid of it, because, I mean, technically, hold on. Let's look at our battle max right now. If we went for a full heavy lance, we could go Grasshopper, Thunderbolt, Orion, and Quick Draw, which is a good size. We have also a Jaeger mech as a backup, the Centurion, the Shadowhawk, which these three are technically not heavy mechs, but fair enough. We can probably do a lot of damage with those. And then we have this Warhammer, which... Honestly, hold on. I think I want to get rid of it, but I do want to do something first. I want to take the medium pulse lasers off of it, because those things are hard to find, and I really like them. So I might put those on my Thunderbolt, just because I want them. And then sell that mech, because I don't really see a use of keeping it. So, market, inventory... They're going to give me almost $3 million for this thing, so it's not like it's a total loss. If I probably would have kept the pulse lasers on there, I probably would have got a lot more for it, but that's just how I wanted it. Let's see here. Get rid of these jump jets, because I don't like jump jets at all. Let's see here. I think all those were good on. I think the rest of it we can keep. Alright, so... Back to the Thunderbolt here. How long is that going to take to get repaired? Alright. We're good there now. Let's hit the Thunderbolt. Let's edit the loadout here. Let's see if we can put these pulse lasers on here. It'll be up in this section here. Now these do weigh a little bit more. If you look here, these weigh 2 tons, and the medium lasers only weighs 1. So we'll have to... I probably want to put 2 on there. But because of that, I think I can take a heat sink out, because we're not firing as many lasers. I think that's a pretty good trade-off for that. Technically, it does say we lose a little bit of firepower just because we're losing 1 laser technically, but yeah, I think we'll be okay with that. All right, star map. Let's see where we can go now. Technically, this is at level 7 still. I'd like to get back to level 8 once, because. These actually, we can actually get, we get harder quests down there. There's an 8 there. I've thought it was level 12. So I'm looking at other clusters to see what kind of levels they are. These are 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. There's another 6, 12, 7. Thought about maybe going over here, see what this is. I mean, fair enough. That's a level 12. Which is quite a bit ahead of what we're doing now. Let's see. There's an 8 down here too. Ooh, there's a. You know what? How long is that? It's going to take us. It's $500,000 to get down there. But there's a high reward quest down there, and I got a feeling it's probably against Davion. It's usually how that goes. And there's also one here. Let's travel down there to see what. There's 2 quests there. And it's like a story quest. So let's go down there and see what's up. I do kind of wish they would show us what the quests were before we went down there, because that's a lot of money we're going to be spending just to travel down there. But let's see what we got. Oh, this is a Davion quest. Hold on, timeout. So this one they're going to... Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is actually one is we can protect the Davion systems, which is awesome. But here's the other big thing. They're going to give us LBX ammo, which they're kind of like shotguns, but they are multi-tons of worth of stuff. So yeah, we're going to travel down to Become, and we're going to defend some Davion bases, I guess. With these missions, usually they allow us to have a little bit more weapon, like a little more tonnage. So we might be able to whip out maybe 3 heavy mechs on this one. This would be kind of cool. Or at least maybe get a heavier mech and maybe one of like the Hunchback, which is a little bit. It's only it's a 50 ton, isn't it? It's some of the 45s. All right, well we can at least do this. It's a 60, which is fine. We've been doing like 50s, so I think we're okay. Essentially, this is a Warzone contract, so it's actually a little bit easier. We don't have to defend anything. I got a feeling we might need some repair points. Let's go ahead and max out those 2, and then we'll negotiate for quite a bit of C-bills. I accept here. So we got 40 tons we can play with. So let's put this person back in the Grasshopper. We actually can do an all-heavy lance on this one, which I think I'm going to do. Let's see here. This one has missiles, and well, they're about the same on missiles, but same on lasers too. We need to look at some better pilots too, because we're about to max these guys out, and it's better if we can keep a couple pilots training, because well, also their skills are maxed at 22 and 25. The max you can get in this game is 60. I think the best one I've seen right now, besides us, is actually this guy. He's at 43. So we can actually find some better pilots that'll do more damage. So the more you increase the ballistic, the lasers, and the missiles, the more damage they do. It also has missiles. So I guess they both have missiles, but I think this one has more lasers. So I think this is going to be our lance. Everything's ready to go, so we can finally pull out all of our big mechs on one mission. That's pretty cool. I think we did it once the last game, but we're ready for it. So fingers crossed we don't get too many limbs blown off. That's kind of the hope. I'm just glad we get missions like this though, to actually just kind of help break up, because like doing just regular missions, they're like, okay, whatever, they're just kind of monotonous sometimes. But these can actually have like 2 or 3 missions attached to them, have a little bit of a story in them. So like kind of like a story within a story kind of thing. So I kind of like them. So hopefully this game will load a little bit faster. I know we went to a new planet, so it does take a little bit longer, but yeah, I didn't think it would take this long. Alright, well, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. But if you guys are curious though, so you saw what the Thunderbolt was. The Thunderbolt's my mech. That's one of my favorite mechs in this game. Well, for what we have. There's another one that is a little bit later version of that mech called the Summoner, which I like a little bit better, but that's what we can get. We can't get that one in this game, so we'll have that one. Both that and the Orion is 2 really good mechs. That's our second, if the second one over, so this one here is quite a good mix of lasers, missiles, and they have this one. This is a hero mech, so it has some special weaponry on it, and they call it a Gauss rifle. And that thing, it's a railgun essentially that is one of the more damaging ones, kind of like an AC-20, similar to that. But it's very hard to find those weapons. And the next one over is the Grasshopper. The Grasshopper, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much all lasers and a few, like an LRM-5. It's a pretty good mech though. It's 70 tons. It's actually made to jump over cliffs and things like that. I usually take all the jump jets off of it and then put a bunch more armor on it. So a lot of mine are just big walking tanks. Same with the Quick Draw. Quick Draw is very similar to the Grasshopper, but I'm pretty sure it mounts more lasers and less missiles. I could be wrong about that, but it's usually something like that. All right, so Warzone contracts. There's a quota we need to kill. Very well could be quite high on this one because we're dealing with it's a level 60, so we'll see here.
I've received word that the Davion battalion has now made landfall on the far side of the planet. I'm already seeing Liao troops rerouting to their location or falling back entirely. Good work. It looks like you've saved the Federated Sons from losing a significant strategic location.
got here? Where do you go after that one? I actually brought 3 mechs to this fight, or our allies did. It's a little bit of a little bit different. I know one's probably an urban mech. That familiar sound of pulse lasers going. Oh, the urban's down. All right, well, didn't expect it to last that long, but. This also happens where your own lance gets in your way. It does happen. Let's get rid of this guy. There's one down. Alright, PPC gone. This has got the SRM4. That's the standard loadout for that mech. So, that one's easy kill. And the last one's gone. Alright, how many do we have to kill now? There's one more. Oh, I thought that was the 5th kill. Alright. Well, never mind then. So, kind of the difference between the pulse lasers and just the regular lasers. You can see kind of laser, the one laser just kind of pulses, or it goes just like once. And the pulses, we only have TL 23. But the pulses, if you see here, hold on, that's the kind of the single laser. The pulses actually fire 3 more times, or a couple more times. They actually reload a lot faster. They do build a little more heat, but you know, I kind of prefer the pulses just because of the reload time.
Following the commander.
Move to the commander. My kill.
Coming from this direction, looks like. That and being in the real cold climate here really does help. Alright, guys, go. Oh,
Target info is invalid.
take that guy out. I'm gonna take the Irby out because I like Irby hunting. It's even, this one even has a regular AC-20, which is not good, but it's gone. So now it's got a single small laser, so it shouldn't be too hard to take the rest of this guy out. So that guy has no weapons left, so he'll eject. So I guess there is 3 ways to kill these guys. 2 ways I talked about, and the 3rd way is just knocking all their weapons off. Mechs like the Urban Mech, they have all their weapons in their arms, which is one of the reasons also I don't like them. It's real easy to blow off arms, as you can see how I'm doing them. But like in this mech, there is the weapons are spread across the arms and the torsos. If you lose all your weapons on this one, you're pretty much guaranteed this mech's probably going to get destroyed.
Target confirmed. Firing.
So, not ideal if you lose all the weapons on this one. So if we take that guy out, he's gone. 2 cicadas. He ran right into me. Well, alright.
Copy. We're on it, sir.
Yes, I do miss quite a bit in this game. It's a common thing. done quick. Crap. So you can see every once in a while those mechs will go, like, they'll die, but then all of a sudden they'll turn blue like that. These mechs are actually powered by fusion fusion reactors. Ooh, I got a follow. Thank you, J-Dog. Thanks for the follow there. I do appreciate it. But no, these things are powered by fusion reactors, and one of the ways you can, well, if you destroy the center torso, it's a possibility that the center torso, or the reactor actually goes critical, actually goes nuclear, essentially, and that's what it's doing. If you're close by it, you actually can take damage or get destroyed yourself. So you gotta be careful with those. Just gotta be careful, really. And that's why I was kind of concerned about getting that close to that mech. So yeah, he's dead. So yeah, we're about to lose an arm, but looks like it's the right arm, which I don't remember what's in that arm. But we should be okay. It's not like, it's not too okay. We got a Phoenix Hawk, we got a Vindicator. We'll go after the Phoenix Hawk first, because that actually has some decent weaponry on it. That guy's dead. We got an urban mech out here. Let's see if we can take out these guys with missiles. He's down. I'm gonna go after this urban mech. He's got an AC-10. Not ideal, but better than the AC-20 that some of them have been known to have on there. I lost the large laser. Okay, I can live with that. What are you trying to? Where are you trying at here? There it goes. All right, we got what, 6 left to kill? There's one still over here. All right, well, let's go for it. Come on. He's got a medium laser still. That's one of those mechs where it actually has a weapon in the center torso, so taking all of its weapons out is pretty much impossible. See where we got enemies coming from over here. Ooh, hold on here. I can see why they rated this as a heavy mission. All right, Grasshopper needs to be taken out first. Let's back up a little bit. Let's take out the helicopter. Yeah, they just dropped 2 heavy mechs on us, which I didn't expect, nor really wanted to deal with, but you know what? We're going to go for it. Going for the legs first, see if we can take out the legs on this thing. Great. I've lost my machine guns, maybe? You're right up on them. I've got 1 laser and I got machine guns left. That's not good. So the ammo explosion must have been the missiles going out, which is not great. But I got a feeling we might be restarting this mission, which kind of sucks. But you know. Alright, well, I can't really see it all. He doesn't know what to do. Yeah, I've got a pulse laser left. I think it's this guy. I destroyed him. How in the world did I do that? Let's see if we can take out the tanks and everything, so we just have to worry about this mech now. Or maybe that was our... Hold on, there's a helicopter left. Got him. On the commander's target. Ooh, 3 of our mechs are really hurting. Not good. Go. Somehow the Orion, well, I guess the Orion's one of the toughest mechs out there.
We've got your target, Commander.
I'm going to try to take out this tank really quick. We might do this mission, but I got a feeling that the repair bill might be rather large. Alright, that tank that's around here. I'm trying to find it, I just couldn't find it. Maybe a hovercraft then. It looks like it's a hovercraft. We can take out pretty easily, hopefully. Oh, we just lost our last laser. Well, that's just great. So now we're just kind of running. We're a running target right now. Hopefully our guys can take out that last guy. The only thing I can do is try to step on this guy. Yes, got him. Even without lasers, you can still cause havoc with people. Now I'm just kind of a walking shield right now. Alright, cool. They only has a medium laser left. I think we're going to win this one. Fingers crossed. He only has a... At least if I survive, then we will still win, but prefer if all four of my mechs are still up and walking. No matter how slow they're walking, at least they're walking. Yeah. Oh no. Alright, well, Grasshopper's down. That's not good. Come on, guys. We've almost got this guy down.
Target identified.
It sucks. I can't. If I had one laser, I'd be okay. But no, I've got nothing. And I don't want to know what in the world was the Orion doing most this time, because he has hardly any damage on that thing. I think I get a feeling that I just lost all my pulse lasers, which absolutely sucks.
Alright, no more Leo
Alright.
forces. They've either depleted altogether or gotten the message and withdrawn. Good work, boss.
No, we are leaving. See, this is a war zone country, so technically they'll keep spawning enemies. But no, we are leaving as fast as we can. And it's not over until we get to that point, because they can still shoot at us and hit us. And if they knock out the center torso or knock a leg off, and it makes it harder for me to run, they very well could catch up to us, which is not ideal. I think we'll be okay, though. So hopefully they spawn far enough away we don't have to worry about them. But I see one on radar, but it's a helicopter. While they do some damage, I think we'll be, but there's enough mech here still that we can, not have to worry about it, but I don't know. Well, I lost, first mission I lost all my pulse lasers, which is not great.
Success, Commander. Time
But,
to get out of here.
yeah, we're going to have to go back to a industrial hub again just to try to get these mechs repaired. Okay, that was a little more than I thought it would be, but it worked. I'm wondering if the Orion got caught somewhere, and then just the rest of us took a bunch of hits. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at that after the stream. But that's why I got a feeling that might have what happened. Could be wrong, but. Come on, game. There we go. How bad's the damage? And did we lose a pilot? That's another good thing. So really, anything really, type is what I want to go for. I'll pick up a bunch of lasers because I get a feeling I'm going to have to get rid of those. Or I'm going to replace those. Same with machine guns. Anything else that might be of use to us? Heat sinks probably. I'm going to use a bunch of those. Cool. I didn't lose any pilots, but I have 2 injured pilots, which is not good. J-Dog, I am not running any mods. This is just straight up. This is just a straight up base game. Because I still haven't beat the straight up base game, so that's why I wanted to do that beforehand. So, but I've also noticed something else. We didn't get a reward for that quest because it's having us send us to that place, so we can do the rest of that one. All right. that's actually a lot closer to that place, so we'll go ahead and travel to there before we repair any of our mechs, because if not, it would cost us a small fortune just to repair them. And thankfully, we don't have to do these in succession. We can, get back, repair our mechs, have our pilots heal, and then get back out there. So, oh, hold on, timeout. Let's get our mechs repaired first before I address that message that it was showing up. All right, so this is a mess of a mech. LRM ammo, SRM ammo. I need an SRM4 and an LRM10. We actually have all that. First of all, that's a miracle, but we don't have any pulse lasers again, and I don't think they have any on. They probably won't have any on the market. No, so we're going to replace those back with medium lasers again. That does give us an opportunity. Oop, I didn't put one of them in. Put another heat sink back in it. We'll put another medium laser back in there. We lost our machine guns and the ammo for the machine guns, so we'll need to put that back. I don't have any machine gun ammo, so that's not good. We need to buy a couple of those. And machine guns in there. Repair all armor. Start the work. It's going to take us 56 days just to repair that mech. I hate to look at what something like this. Ooh, but ooh, good lord. All right, well, let's repair all. Let's see what we can do. A lot of those are just heat sinks, and the LRM ammo here. So let's just replace that. We need to get another large laser from the market. Hopefully they have two of them. I'm going to buy both. Let's go ahead and just go one component at a time and just replace everything. And then medium there. Inventory please first, and then heat sink. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 6 heat sinks that we lost in that one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a medium laser. And that mech's back up and running. Well, it's back up. I don't know if it's going to be running anytime soon, but it's fair. The Orion it lost armor, and that was it. What a butthead. Alright, edit loadout on this one. What do we got? Lost. Lot of this one, too. Let's see, medium lasers there, and there. Let's go ahead and hit repair all on the armor there. We lost 2 ammos here, and an LRM-10. Don't have another one of those. Let's see if they have a couple. They do. Let's go ahead and just buy 2 of those. Alright, so we can fit that back there. We've got an SRM ammo and a heat sink. I don't have any SRM ammo, so let's go over here, buy some SRM ammo. This is also one of the reasons why I wanted to come back to a place, because these places will actually have the stuff we need to repair our mechs. And we lost another medium laser over here. We'll go and upgrade it to a tier 1. Alrighty, so that's costing us quite a bit of money, but yeah, it's not too awful bad. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Switch these around here. Yes, we're down to 6 million. I don't know how much that actually costs to repair all 4 of those, but I saw something on the market, and it's actually a catapult. Now these are one of the mechs that I absolutely love. This is actually a rare mech, so it does have the. There's also something else I want to look at here in a second. This is kind of the good missile boat that I really like. This one actually has 2 LRM-20s. It only has 2 small lasers. I usually try to put medium lasers here. This actually is a really good mech for what it is. It's a good heavy missile boat. But I've been noticing in this game, I don't really get into fights that need a lot of missile boats in it. While this is nice, it's for what I've been doing, it's probably not the most ideal for me. I still love the mech though. But there's also something else down here, and this is a Victor. This is actually the first assault mech we've seen in this playthrough. This one I don't like very well because it's only an 80-ton one. While it's technically considered an assault mech, it is like a very heavy mech. I mean, look, 2 medium lasers, an AC-20, and SRM-4. It's not that big of a punch. It's like really the only thing that's really good for it is just armor. It's a good meat shield, essentially. So I'm not really a huge fan of them, but yeah. So I think that's what we're going to take. I think I'll leave it there. We're going to wait till our pilots heal. But while we're looking, while our people are injured, though, we're looking for some new pilots. I don't see any new ones though, because all of them are about level 25. That's about what we got right now. So, I don't think we'll take any new ones on right now. There we go. So everybody's healed up, everything's repaired. So let's head out to the next map here, and we'll head down to. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, and head down here and complete that quest, because we had to at least do at least another one we have to do. We might have to do this one and be done. Another one to do. Hopefully this one's not as bad. You know, we can get it done hopefully, and not do too much more damage. I wasn't expecting at the end of that to have 2 heavy mechs drop. That was a little bit of a surprise, but we beat it. So, is there any? So there actually is. Ooh, hold on here. Timeout. There actually is assault mechs on this planet, which it's if we come across one of them, they're rare. Thankfully, there's an 80-ton that's a little more uncommon, so we might see that one. You can see here, most of these are like very common, you know, are in the medium to heavy category. Common Warhammer, that's not a good one. That's another difficulty 60. So let's get damage coverage, because we know we'll need that. But they're giving us 11 salvage shares. That could be really good. You know what? I'm going to take a little bit. I'm going to try to get 18 salvage shares. So I know my camera's covering up a little bit, but it's going to give us 18 shares of possible salvage. I'm kind of banking, hopefully we can kind of defend them off a little bit better this time. I didn't even see what kind of contract this was. It doesn't tell me. I think it's probably a another Warzone contract. If that's true, if we can try to if we can find a nice heavy mech or even an assault mech, if we can actually get one of those, even if we don't keep it. An assault mech, you saw right there, was worth what, $6 million. If we take the time to repair it, it might be worth maybe $4 or $5 million, which is actually more than what we would get if we were to put it in C-bill. So it's kind of a gamble. I understand that, but I think we have plenty of money right now. We don't have to pay any bills for almost 2 months, about 60 days. It's about 53. So I'm willing to take that risk. I want to try to see if maybe we can actually get some bigger mechs with this one. That's more fingers crossed than anything else, but you know how that goes sometimes. What I was kind of concerned about, though, if you looked, I can let the quest run or load while we're talking here. I hit view intel. There's a bunch of 90-ton, there's a 100-ton mech, which in this game I think there's only one 100-ton mech, and that's the Atlas. It's very rare to see one of those, thankfully. But this range is where we're starting, the 90 to 100-ton range. This is where the assault mechs get kind of hard. You get stuff like the Atlas, or you get the Battlemaster, or the Awesome, I think is another one. So they're tough. They're tough mechs to take down. And the Atlas. The Atlas actually mounts an AC-20, which is the single shot AC-20 we had on the Hunchback, which is fantastic. If you watch the previous streams, I think even the last one, the one before that, you can see I was able to 1 and 2 shot little light mechs that we can just take out no problem. Very possible you can actually take out medium and heavy mechs the same way if you hit just the head with an AC-20. So you got to be careful with that. They're awesome mechs to have, and they're terrible mechs to fight because they just don't want to go down either. And you can't take all the weapons off. I'm pretty sure there's some weapons in the center torso. So you have to blow off the center torso to take all the weapons out. At that point, you have to hit, or you just take out the mech in general. So, again, the best way to take those out is just try to hit the head or hit the legs or try to get behind it. Usually, armor on the back side of a mech is a lot lighter than on the front. Makes sense, but that's the easiest way to take that one down.
Liao troops is planning on using this planet as the tip of the spear for an assault on Davion territory. The Davion forces are scrambling to get here, so it'll be up to us to hold back and divert the initial landing party while they make their way to this planet. Good luck and hold tight.
Either this Thunderbolt is a really small mech, like short-wise, or the Grasshopper is massive. And it could be very well either one, but that's one of the ally mechs down. It's not one of ours, thankfully. Right, we got that guy down. None of my mechs are coming up with me. That's not good. I want to back up while firing still. Alright, cool. I took out the AC-20, which is what I wanted to do.
Hostile mech down.
Take one of them down already? I guess we did. Alright, cool. Alright, once again, taking out the urban mech. There. Oh, small laser is just damaged. I thought it was destroyed. Now it's dead. Alright, cool. So there's those guys down. So not bad at all, but
Enemy movement is projected to hit your location at any moment.
I've got a spider. What else we got around here? It's like right behind. That's a locust. He's about dead already, to be honest with you. Sorry, I lost one leg. Lost the other one. What do we got here? We got an AC-10 burst fire. Well, come on. Go. AC-10 down. Let me zoom out a little bit. Cool. AC-10 down. The urban mech down. What we got here? I really want to find some more pulse lasers. I actually was really enjoying those. The spider is also one of those. Both of its weapons are actually in its center torso, so it's better if you take out the either the legs on that one or just destroy the mech. Because it's actually light. It's a light mech, so it's not like it's too big of a deal.
Positioning on you, Commander.
Now what we got here? Got a Centurion. Got another urban mech. What's the lead one there? Oh, it looks like there's two urban mechs. Alright, guys, take out that Centurion. Let's see, AC-10, AC-10. So they both only have AC-10s, which I can deal with. There's one gun. I can't hit the broadside of a barn with this thing now. Ooh, come on. There it goes. So there's those two mechs pretty well neutered. Let's take out the Centurion now. Doesn't have the AC-10 on it. It's got a large and small laser there, which I was kind of surprised about, but it's gone now, so it doesn't really matter. that's... Alright, I'm going to restart this mission because I've literally lost every weapon I have. Except for my large laser and my... Alright, restarting. I guess it blew off one of the torsos and lost all my medium lasers and all my machine guns. The machine guns I really don't care about, but the medium lasers, that's kind of a bigger deal. So, let's try it again. I think what happened was a couple of the two urban mechs just kind of hit the same torso at once, and when they did, I think that just really ripped that off, and then that Centurion just took it to, just actually blew it off. So, not great, but it happens. If that was later on in the mission, I'd been more okay. Problem is that came right about the same time, we were done with the first wave. We had, I think, 14 more people to kill, and there's no way we could have got that mission done. So, especially that early in the mission, I don't care to restart, but I try not to. It's kind of the goal, is try not to restart any mission. And I've only had to restart, I think, 2 on this game, 2 or 3. So I'm okay with that. It's usually one of these harder missions that we have a little bit more difficulty with, but that's okay. Usually it doesn't take that long to reload either, so it's not too awful bad. All right, we're back in.
Liao troops is planning on using this planet as the tip of the spear for an assault on Davion territory. The Davion forces are scrambling to get here, so it'll be up to us to hold back and divert the initial landing party while they make their way to this planet. Good luck and hold tight.
Alright, let's take out that guy first. I know,
Focusing target.
trying to
Launch target.
taking out the urban mech first might not be the greatest deal in the world, but at the same time, taking out that AC-20 is going to be a good thing to take care of first.
Eliminated.
Before it really even gets a chance to shoot, we can try to get rid of it. Cool. Alright, let's take out the cicada here. I just fired missiles instead of commanding my troops. That's not a good one.
Received. Engaging.
It does happen though. Cool. That one's down. Alright, this one's going a little bit better now.
Firing on the commander's requested target.
It's already got one leg destroyed. If we can destroy the other one real quick, might be the easiest way to take this one out. There it goes.
Destroyed.
All right, that one that's got a little bit easier. All right, we actually haven't reached the base yet.
Commander,
All right.
the force attention. They are converging on your position. Brace for hostile contact.
I mean, I would say, yeah, 4 heavy mechs in somewhere that you want to go, that's a pretty good indication that something's going on, but,
Target acquired.
it's a heavy tank, by the way. He's dead. That thing's called Partisan or something like that. It's a pretty big mech for its size. Or pretty big tank for its size. They're just a pain in the butt to take out. A lot of armor on them, so.
Target acquired.
Guys, can we actually take out the urban mech next? It's got the AC-20 or AC-10 on it, so I'd rather with oh crap. I think this is just I'm under a tower. Didn't like it.
Target.
Enemy mech eliminated.
Target acquired.
On the commander's target.
My scope is lighting
So yeah,
up with more targets
this is a little bit better
converging
than
on your position,
last one.
Commander. Stay frosty.
And this should be the Centurion.
We've got your target, Commander.
You know what? Let's actually take the urban mechs out first. I know this seems kind of counterintuitive, but if we can just rip through these mechs really quick without, you know, having to fight them too hard, then why not try to go for them? Especially since that Centurion's not the one I thought it was. It has the AC, or it has. I thought it had the AC-10 on it, which in this game, ballistic weapons can do a lot of damage especially in close range. And usually that Centurion mounts an AC-10, but in this variant it doesn't, and I thought it did. So if we take out the rest of the mechs, we can all focus on one target. So it's not like. All right, let's get this last guy.
Engaging commander's target.
Oh, I can fire long range still.
Target ID acquired, Commander.
Grasshopper's taking a beating.
Component lost.
Grasshopper's still taking a beating. There we go. All right, got half his weapons gone. While I like the Centurion, it tears itself up pretty quick. Alright, cool.
Resistance is pulling in more hostiles from the surrounding area.
Let's get this guy out of here first. Tank over here. Let's get him out of here. There's just light tanks here.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Following the commander.
Destroyed.
Okay, the game's jumping around a little bit on me to date. Not great, but it's one leg gone. It's dead.
Heat critical. Target acquired. Target
That guy's
destroyed.
gone. Alright, we're over halfway done with this contract. Alright, let's get in front of. Alright, let's get in front of the grasshopper here. Try to make sure it stays alive. Or it just runs in front of me. That's also a way to do it. This thing does not like me. There it
Recon
goes.
spotted additional bogies heading along a trajectory that intersects with your position.
This might be the last wave. Maybe. Alright, what did it just drop? Rifleman, a cicada, and a Jaegermech. Alright, well, the Jaegermech's gotta go down first. Because that is a pretty good mech. This is where we're going to take a lot of hits, I get a feeling. Or I'm just going to take a lot of hits, apparently. It's... Lost one arm already.
Target mech
Cool.
eliminated.
Next one, that rifleman's got to go.
Commander's target.
I'll take out the small ones here. Tanks are going to be gone here shortly. There's a whirlybird. There he is.
acquired.
Component destroyed.
And I'm going to go after this guy while the rest of them... say, is there something wrong with that one? This guy.
Acquired.
While they're dealing with the rifleman, I'm going to take care of this guy, hopefully. Okay. All right, rifleman left.
Target acquired.
And the rifleman is kind of the smaller version of the Jaeger mech, so it's not as bad, but still pain in the butt to deal with.
Target destroyed.
All right, we can get out of here. Turning around. So far, I've only lost a medium laser. I know a couple of the other mechs are a little more damaged than that, but oh, they're hitting the drop ship. That's funny. I didn't think we could. I wonder if that's possible. If we take out the drop ship, do they even drop? I don't know. I've never tried that before, but I've noticed they were all launching at the
Target acquired.
they were all launching at the dropship there. But I think we're going to call it quits here because we're hurting that we've already lost weapons and stuff like that. So probably not the worst idea to get out of here. But yeah, that was a pretty good run for comparing the last mission we did to this one. Yeah, we did a lot better on this mission. Okay, that's a lot harder than I thought it would be, but I think focusing fire on the smaller mechs first and then kind of working our way up on that Centurion fight went better. I also didn't take as many hits on the first wave, or the first two waves, as we did the last time. So didn't expect the Jaeger mech and the rifleman to drop at the same time. Probably should have, but I mean we beat the Jaeger mech. We beat the crap out of that Jaeger mech because it just blew apart. So I don't expect much salvage from that one, but they did drop the is that the Jaeger mech? It's 18. I think we're just going to take it. And we might have ourselves a Jaeger mech, or another Jaeger mech. Cool, got that. Let's walk over here. Yeah, alright, so let's go ahead. We gotta... why can't we edit the load higher? Oh, we're actually not in a place where we actually cannot repair our mechs. There it is, we have another Jaeger mech. That's what we call salvage, or that's what we call selling it. So, well, we got that kind of little quest series done. So let's go ahead and head back to the travel hub here. That planet actually, I didn't know that there was actually planets where you cannot repair at all. So let's go back here and we'll do all of our repairs. I don't think they're going to be too awful bad this one, but we'll also sell the Jaeger mech because we really don't need it. So yeah. I mean, then we already have another Jaeger mech, so not too concerned with that one. Let's get our mechs. Oh, that's the Jaeger mech. We can hit repair all. How much that would cost? It costs us 100 grand. I think we can sell it for a little more then. So let's go ahead and just repair that one. I want to edit the loadout on this one. Repair all. Place the one medium laser, and that one will be ready to go. The Orion just had some armor damage. Grasshopper. Okay, so these two guys took a little bit more of a pounding. Lost two medium lasers, but other than that, it should be all fine. Let's get the medium lasers back on there. Not too bad at all. Grasshopper, a little more worse for wear. Yeah, thankfully didn't lose all those heat sinks. It lost a couple of them, but let's see here. Heat sink. Well, if I really don't want to put those lasers in there because they're kind of not great, but that's all we really have. So let's just do that. We lost two more heat sinks there and there, so let's go ahead and put those two in there. And there we go. It costs right around 450 grand, probably running there to repair all those. Well, repair these four mechs, and then the Jaeger mech costs about another 130. So let's wait. I think that Jaeger mech's now fixed. Let's head over to the market. Kind of catapult again for sale. This is more like the one I would like to have. They have the LRM-15s on here. You can actually upgrade those to LRM-20s pretty easily and have the 4 medium lasers. I would probably take 2 of those out just for heat. Probably the left and right torso. I'll keep the center 2 in there. But that's pretty much the one I would want. But then again, this is what, a 65-ton mech? We're already pushing that easily with that. Now, the Archer is kind of the same thing. It's a great mech, but it's like we're already pushing 70 tons. We're actually kind of looking for heavier mechs than that. Still a good 2 good mechs right there, and then the Jaeger mech, of course, we just got one of those. So we'll go ahead and sell that one. We have, it's probably the cheaper one of the two. Yeah. But $2.2 million, so that's, you know, money in the bank. So I think that we actually made money on that mission just from selling that Jaeger mech, which is pretty cool. And then plus we got the DLBXs and stuff like that. Inventory. Yeah, we got, holy cow, it's a tier 4. So this is pretty much a shotgun for mechs. So that's a pretty neat little weapon to have. They gave us something else. Oh, they gave this the Ultra Autocannon 5. So this one's interesting because the Ultra Autocannon should fire 3 shots, but they all do the AC 5 damage. They'll actually fire it 3 times. The other thing it can do is you can fire it while it's reloading. The problem is it can jam, and it takes a little while to clear the jam with it. So it's a pretty neat little weapon. With the Ultra Auto, I mean, we really don't need those two. I mean, that's 860 grand we could be used for something else. So we're back over 10 million now. And the UAC 5 ammo we can just sell. But it's pretty good. It's a pretty good little haul there. Probably got around, with the Jaeger mech, probably around $4 million for that mission. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's go ahead and head back out. Let's also look and see if they have any pilots out here. I have a 28 here. It's actually not a bad one. He's already got some training. He's a laser guy and a missile with some missile. You know what? I think we go get him.
Ready for action. Nice dropship, but boring as hell.
Just because I think that guy, he's a 28, so he's about halfway, but I think he'd be pretty good with a grasshopper. So I think that'll be a good fit. So we'll have him. Once we have, I think we have.
Nice dropship, but boring as hell.
We got 2 more points, or we have 1 point train here and 1 point train here. Once these 2 guys get max skill, we'll put him in, and then we can start training him up to be our next pilot. So yeah, let's head back out to the star map here, see what we got. Got some more quests out here. Level 7 clusters. I'm wondering what these are, because there's a couple more of those high reward quests. There's 3 there, but I'm kind of curious, and there's also another one down here, but I'm not really too concerned about that one. Let's travel out here because it's not that far away. I want to see if we can find one like this that's actually another Davion quest like we just had. There was one out here, and I don't remember where exactly. It might have been this one. That it was against Davion, and we really don't want to do that. I'm not a, I prefer to have, we're getting 11 points of negotiations with them. Yeah, so this should be against Davion. So let's go ahead and jump to the next one here, which will be, this is a level 7. This is a little late, but this one's closer. So let's go over here and see what's going on over here. We actually got another zone we just discovered. It's the Merrick-Liao border, which honestly I would work for Merrick too. Merrick's a pretty cool little pretty good inner house too. It's usually the one I usually go with, but they start you in Davion space, so just kind of go with Davion more often. Let's see here. Uprising Quelled. So this one probably against either Capella, hold on. The Capellan Confederation or Commonality is Liao. So I don't know what that is. But let's see what kind of black market they have going on here. They actually have LBX ammo, which I'm kind of surprised. I haven't seen a lot of LBX, weapons out there, so that's pretty neat to see. We have some rare weapons on sale here. This is what I'm kind of interested about. Because I'm thinking about, this is a level 9, so it's a little more difficult than what we're probably ready for. But we found another industrial hub out here, which I'm kind of surprised. So let's head down here, and because we got a little bit more money, there's also another high rewards quest down there. So there might probably is another conflict zone down there. So that's why I'm kind of curious. Maybe we can find it down there. See if we can maybe find some, maybe start doing some merit quests instead. Because now we gotta kind of just, I mean, in other games like this, we kind of had to decide what house we want to kind of work for. So I mean, we've really been working with Davion quite a bit. So let's see what this is. It's not really worth, to be honest with you. And it's against Davion too, so I really don't want to do that. But I do kind of want to see what this is down here. It's going to cost us quite a bit of money, and if we, I mean, we can always go back if we, you know, because every time we enter a system, it saves the game, so we can just kind of go back if we want to. But I'd figure there'd be more high reward quests like this out there. But maybe that's just me. No pilot left behind. So this is actually a pirate hideout, so you know what? We might just go ahead and do it, just because technically it's not against anybody, against pirates. So it's a level 60, but you can see here it's against pirates. So I'm okay with that. Technically they're a sworn enemy of mine, but I am going to help them just a little bit here. I'll try to get some salvage out of it. Probably not worth very much, but we can get the experience and the stuff like that out of it. So I'm okay with that. Looks like all of our mechs are ready. All of our pilots are healthy. So I think we're ready to go here. We kind of want to view the intel on this planet, though. So they're kind of... Here's what I'm worried about. So very rare for the two heaviest mechs. But you get down here to the 80 tons and the 85s. They're a little uncommon, which means we very possibly could see them. And you get 70-ton mechs. They become a little more uncommon as you get down towards the heavier mechs. So yeah, we might see some stuff that we haven't seen yet. We might see some heavier mechs, which might be kind of fun to try to fight. So we'll see about that. I don't know how this is going to go. We're up to 40% already loading time, so we might just have to wait this one out a little bit. But yeah, I guess we're about halfway through the stream right now. But guys, if you are watching, I do appreciate that. Really, right now, I'm just looking for followers. I really don't, I don't accept donations right now. So if you guys are, if you guys can, just leave a follow. I would appreciate it. We're gonna have one today. Tuesday, we actually had 3 or 4 pop-ups. That was pretty neat too. I think we're at 24 now with today's followers. So we're almost halfway to getting the affiliate goal. It'd be pretty cool to see. Trying to get that by the end of the year, but at this rate, we're actually getting a lot more than the last couple of streams. So, we might hit that way beforehand. It'd be pretty neat to see to try to get some like that. So, if you guys can, please leave a follow. I do appreciate it. If you guys have any, if you guys want to chat, you're more than welcome to. If you guys have any questions for me or for it's about the game or what have you, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them as best as I can, that is. I mean, I'm not an encyclopedia of all things Battletech, but there is one called sarna.net if you're really curious about that. Sarna is pretty much is just like anything you want to know about the Battletech universe. You can go on there and find it. So, that's just me. So, let's get back to this mission, though. It looks like we are finally loaded up and ready to go. We're launching out of our dropship. We are. We haven't done this yet. This stream. Kind of surprised, but we
Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Up ahead is the suspected
Okay.
complex where Shenzheng's son and several other POWs are being held. We'll cripple them by destroying key strategic targets. Once they're down, we'll be able to provide a scan to determine if Shenzheng is here. And if he is,
Well, nothing like just dropping us right in combat. Usually they do drop us like a mile away, it usually seems like, but not this time. They'll just drop us right off at the gates and tell us to have fun. I'm okay with that, so. Ooh, missed that one. That's not a good one. There we go. Let's form up here.
Moving into formation, Commander.
And let's try to take out these turrets real quick. So this is just, I think this is considered a raid contract. So this one, there's 3 different locations on the map. There's buildings at each one that we need to destroy. And once we destroy them, we can move on to the next. We have to destroy all 3 locations. We don't take anybody else out. If we just want to run in, take out the buildings, and run out, we can do that. Yeah, usually there's a couple mechs we have to fight just to clear out of our way, things like that. So we're gonna be a little careful with these missions. They can get a little difficult towards the end, especially when your mechs are damaged quite a bit, stuff like that. So don't probably want to go down that way. Probably want to go up and around here. Big cliff there I saw. There's some tanks over here. Probably just get rid of those really quick. Alright, so if you see here, we're just going to destroy some warehouses. No big deal. Move over here. A lot of stuff over here. Holy cow. A lot of tanks. You usually get a lot of tanks on this mission, like missions like this. Which is okay. You know, it makes sense that they have a lot of... Ooh, oh, that's a hunchback. Hold on, timeout. Didn't expect a hunchback here. And it's only an AC-10 though, so a little different, but oh, most of it's already down, so alright, no big deal there. Let's go ahead and walk on in here. There's the 2 warehouses we have to take out. Essentially, we can just do this. We can just walk right on out, walk on through them. Follow me on that one. Hoping I can just kind of leave out of here somewhere. I don't think I can climb this cliff. No, I can't. Alright, well, it's like I can actually go just back up to the north and around. Let's go ahead and take out that hunchback. He's almost dead, but... Or he just lost all of his weaponry on that torso. Which is very possible. Looks like they just killed him, so not too bad there. Let's go ahead and take the turrets out. And then this tank. One of those partisan heavy tanks. He's almost dead. There he goes. Alright, next one. You see here, these guys are a bit of a pain sometimes. They're heavier helicopters. They're like VTOLs. We've already lost our machine guns. That's not great. So you can kind of see why this is like, alright, you can kind of just, it's more run and gun on this mission, so it's probably a little more ideal if we do that. Alright, what do we got here? We got 3 warehouses at this one. I'm trying to punch a hole in this wall here. Maybe we don't have to go. For God's sakes. So these missions can be kind of frustrating too, because it's like, you know, you want to, you know, try to balance everything out. And what might have happened too is they pulled tanks, stuff like that, from this place. It looks like there's a lot here, or they're on the other side, and we can just crush through these. Not destroy. Oh, that might have been a different one we had to destroy. That one's down. There's one more. This one. Rip through that one. Alright, I'm just going to start running to the next one. Tell my guys to keep up and keep on running. There's that tank gone. Rid of that turret too. This mech's hurting a lot more than I thought it was. It's not great. And my Orion just died. I don't know how he died, because he had full... Unless he got a headshot, which is not great. Never mind it.
Kill confirmed.
We might have to restart this mission. I don't know. Depends. It depends. If our guy got killed, we probably will have to, just because it's usually one of those things where it's like, you know, if we lose a pilot, it's kind of a rough one to replace them. You already see we're having issues finding better ones already. So let's just walk through here. There's a Centurion there, and I want to try to fight. But let's see if we can just run through here real quick.
Objective down. Alright, the base is vulnerable, but damn it, it looks like everything's been abandoned a while ago. No sign of Shenzhen or any POWs.
Tango smoked.
Alright, let's just try to get out of here then. Hopefully we can survive, or hopefully our guy survived.
Gone. Lead on, Commander.
If not, we're going to restart this mission anyway. So I think we can actually go through here a lot faster than we were. I think just it was we didn't quite know the route. I think we run the same route, but if we just run through the base, destroy everything, and just keep going, we don't really stop very much. I think we can do a little bit better job at it. That is, of course, if we have to do it again. If he's not dead, I'm not doing it again. Let's see what we got going on here. Anything worth valuing? Not really. Medium lasers there. Do we have any? Oh, no heat sinks, which is kind of surprising. Like 2 machine guns. Cool, he's just injured. Okay, I can deal with that. No, it looks like they just hit the center torso. That was it. That's really kind of odd, but let's edit this. It really looks like they just took out that center torso. That was it. Didn't lose any weapons or anything. That's a bit odd, but okay. What do we got here? Let's edit this loadout here. Lost the heat sink. I'm thinking about maybe we just need to move these heat sinks in from the arms. That might just be easier because it seems like every time they blow an arm off, they lose that. So let's move them in, and let's go ahead and just you know what? Where do we need to go next? Doesn't look like we have to go anywhere. Okay. Let's actually go here. Repair our mechs. So shouldn't cost us as much, but we'll see. Also, there's a mech on sale here. I kind of want to see what that is. Oh, hold on. All right, so let's get our mechs repaired first. Quick draw, repair mech, or cancel. It'll load out. We lost a couple more on this one than I thought, but that's okay. There and there. Lost a heat sink here. Lost an LRM-10 and LRM ammo. They don't have one here. All right, well that's not good. Guess we're just going to put a heat sink in there for now. Start work. So there's all 4 of those taken care of, except for my mech. I gotta fix my mech now. Repair all. Lost the large laser. That's not good. Lost both machine guns, which also isn't good. Do have replacements for them, thankfully. Don't have... Oh, we do have one machine gun ammo. That's good. We lost all 3 lasers. Oh, that's even worse. 1, 2, and 3. Lost 2 heat sinks, too, in the legs. Alright, well, this was worse than I thought. Alright, so let's get those worked on. There was something in the market I wanted to see. This thing. So the Black Knight's an interesting little mech. You know, 2 medium laser or 3 medium lasers, 2 large lasers, an SRM2, an AC5, and a PPC. I remember in another game like this, you actually go and destroy this factory because they're trying to build these things, and these things are actually pretty potent, but they're not quite what we're looking for right now. But there's some rare mechs on sale on other places too. But it's all Liao stuff, so we probably don't like... They don't like us very well. So, probably not the best thing to, you know, try. But we did try, at least try to get the POW back, but we didn't quite make it. So, that's okay. Trying to stretch out just a little bit here. Oh, they have a Warhammer on sale. Oh, we already have Warhammer. We didn't like it, so. But they could have different variants of it, so they could have just different weapons, stuff like that. That's why I kind of like looking. But now we got really kind of a choice. We could go over here and start working with Merrick, which is very possible. One of the issues is, though, we don't have an industrial hub over here, and that's kind of an issue. But there's a Ward Zone contract that kind of is tempting down here. So let's go ahead and let's start working for Merrick. We still have our reputation with Davion. We don't have to worry about... we don't have to really worry about you know, losing that unless we're fighting them. But I got a feeling with Merrick we might just be fighting Liao again, which is very possible because they don't really like each other. Oh, they actually have another one here. Alright, so actually, let's see, hold on, where's it at? Okay, so technically, we actually got a little bit closer. So this is actually the second part of that mission. I guess I just didn't miss it up here. Yeah, let's look here. This is actually for somebody else. Oh, this is for the pirates against House Merrick. That's not a good idea. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and move on to our second part of this contract here. See if we get anything else out of this. Alright, 3 available contracts. So look at that. So we can do 2 missions for them, and they're actually a little bit easier missions for us. This is against pirates still, so I'm okay with that. These are actually against insurgencies, so yeah, that actually might be kind of fun to do. So let's go ahead and do this. They only will let us negotiate for one thing, so we'll go ahead and get some salvage. We'll go ahead and do this one, though. Once everybody's ready. And then after this, we'll start working for Merrick and things like that. Hopefully we can build their reputation up like we have for Davion. There's a couple mechs for Merrick that I really do like, and I can't remember for the life of me what they are now. I want to say they might have the Marauder, and the Marauder is another mech that, if we get it, I might use that as my command mech, just because they're... the right variant of it, you can actually find an AC-20 on it with 4 medium lasers, I think, or something else. It's just a really good mech, and I like them. But there also is some hero variants of it that actually put the Gauss rifle on top of it. They also put a couple other things like that on it, and it becomes a really good mech, and I like them. So, also if we can find a Marauder 2, which I don't believe is in this game. A Marauder 2 is an assault mech, which is even bigger. It's kind of like the Behemoth, which is a hotly debated mech. If you're ever curious about BattleTech lore at all, there is a mech called the Behemoth that apparently existed. It is a 120-ton mech. It's a monster of a mech. But basically, it has a ship's cannon, like a starship cannon, on its back, and that's what you fire at people. A lot of people don't think it really existed in the lore, but there's renderings of it, and it's actually in the version of MechWarrior 4 I played. It wasn't a modded one, but there was a lot of content that was added afterwards, not like DLC, but it was fan-made stuff, and the Behemoth is actually in that game. So it's a little bit different, and it's interesting. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it very well could have existed. I'm just not 100% sure if it did or not. So something kind of fun to debate. So, but like the next one down, it'd be like either the Atlas or the Annihilator, which I think are both in this game. So those are both fun mechs. Speaking of which, do we know what kind of mechs are on this planet? Some 100-ton mech there. A lot of 85-ton mechs noticed. A lot of uncommon, different variants of the pirates and the insurgents. So yeah, we might have some fun ones on this planet here. Let's hit ready again, because it should almost be ready to load. I didn't once again see what kind of contract this was, but it's like the last one. It's just another raid contract. So we got to run and gun through them. So hopefully that'll be relatively easy. Boosh. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. So I want to find some more pulse lasers. If I can find more pulse lasers, I'd be a lot better off, I think, with that. Just because. Because I think this reloads a little bit faster.
Prison complex. But fortunately for us, pirates are rather single-minded. If we stage a diversion, we should be able to draw away enough troops for our support teams to extract the prisoners.
Oh, this looks like a Warzone contract. So that'll be a lot easier than just
Attacking shared target.
a lot easier than just a so running that building there. Be a lot easier than doing the raid contracts. Hopefully, we saw how those can go sometimes. Alright, we're already getting hit. Alright. Actually, guys, let's go after him. Because we at least can get close to him then. For some reason, all these mechs are really slow, and I have no idea why. Because my mech can keep up pretty good, but
That is scrap.
Target destroyed.
Sorry, Commander, I can't attack it.
Acquired.
Copy. We're on it, sir. Target down.
That thing's gonna explode.
so we have this little tank left, and then we'll actually start the Warzone contract. There we go. We got 23 to take out. That's not
Converging on your position. Brace for hostile
not ideal,
contact.
but there's a Phoenix Hawk that's almost gone. See where they're coming from here. Maybe behind us?
I got it.
Or there's just that one tank? Alright, wave over. Let's go one. Like they're actually
Target
look like they're spreading out a little bit more than I would like, but alright guys, let's calm down here.
Blind kill.
Alright, there's usually one mech.
Forming behind you, got your back.
One mech in every wave, but I don't see one. Hold on. I might have just saw him.
Target acquired.
Coordinates
Oh, it's a commando. We haven't seen one of those in a little while. Shadowhawk. That's not a bad one. That guy's hurting pretty bad. I think he's going to get another any help from his Shadowhawk before take him out. There he goes. All right, Shadowhawk time. If this is anything like the ones the Shadowhawks I pilot, this should go down like in 30 seconds. We get him like in a square here of all 4 of our mechs. But he's going after me for some reason. Let's make sure he's not going to explode. Doesn't look like. Are they just going to drop right on top of us? Oh, that's a Marauder. Okay. Oh, well. Speaking the there he is. So, speaking of the devil. I bet you the heat's critical. You see what's in front of me, you can see why. Yes, that was quick. Okay. Anyone needs a new pair of pants? I totally understand that. Number 1, didn't expect them to drop on top of us. Number 2, they dropped one of the mechs that's pretty good. That one technically only had like an AC5 and 2 PPCs, so it's not the best variant of that mech, but still, it's a pretty. Either way, you bring something like that onto a battlefield. You bring something like that on the battlefield, you're meeting some sort of business. Now, whether your pilot's good enough to actually back up that business is another question, but go. Alright, what do we got? Vindicator, Cicada, we got Scorpion tank. Alright, guys, let's go after that Vindicator because he's going to be able to hit us that long range. Arms blow off. Come on. There it goes. I'm going to get rid of that PPC as fast as I can. That thing can do some damage, but it also can really hose our targeting and stuff like that. So I want to get rid of that as fast as I can. Yes, I did just destroy that guy with the machine guns. It's a good way to let your heat cool off. Just fire your machine guns. Somehow we've kept that Phoenix Hawk alive, which, by the way, I think pretty much all of its weapons, but like 1 or 2 is in its center torso. Really? I fired everything, and let's get this guy now. Good to see though that the Phoenix Hawk is doing what I do and just staying in front of somebody. They can't fight it. Alright, what do we got here? Phoenix Hawk and a Hunchback. Great. So there's that LRM-10 down. Actually, you know what? Let's take out him out first. Alright, I have medium lasers and I have machine guns left. That's it. That's not great, but I'm okay with it. There's one arm gone on him.
Right arm gone. Friendly. Locked
Cool.
in.
He's down. Let's take out this.
Commander, come in. Commander? Commander,
Well,
please,
that's
come on.
me dead. Let's retry that mission. Didn't expect that. That was a little bit heavier than I thought it would be. Alright, so now that we know that very possible they drop a Marauder on top of us, we gotta be a little more careful. Didn't expect all that, but ooh, that was not good at all. So, alright, so we're gonna try that again. I know 2 restarts, one stream. It's not great. Fair enough, but we'll get it done. So I think number one, we don't run up there. I mean, fair enough. I ran up there pretty much by myself, which for some reason my mechs behind me runs super slow, and I have no idea why. But maybe that's just me. But I think we took out that Marauder pretty quick, faster than I expected. Of course, I guess if you take out one leg pretty quick, it doesn't really have much anywhere else to go. So yeah, I think if we can, we've got I think we have a good idea on it, but I think just if I took a little less
Alright,
damage, I'd be
we
okay.
believe we've got the actual location of Shenzhen's Sun. They're at a heavily guarded prison complex, but fortunately for us, pirates are rather single-minded. If we stage a diversion, we should be able to draw away enough troops for our support teams to extract the prisoners.
Just want to slowly walk forward. Hopefully, have my mechs keep up with me.
We're moving in behind you, Commander.
Target acquired.
Phoenix Hawk already down 2 arms. I think we just let them come to us out here.
Target acquired.
Target received. Engaging. Reactor failure detected. Look out.
Oh, that tank got destroyed because the thing went critical. That's nice too. Gang up on this guy now.
Issue target.
Cicada's still running around here. It's gonna be taken out like now. Go. Let's get the cicada then.
Lance target confirmed. Firing.
Quick Draw's already taken quite a few hits, which is not great, but it's gonna flame relapse. So if we can just keep range on it, we should be okay.
Enemy forces
Go.
moving in, Commander.
Alright,
Get ready
so
to
23 from now. Alright, let's gather up on me, guys.
Formation, sir.
there's a tank out here.
Acquired.
Wanted to mix a few things up. He's dead.
Destroyed.
Let's also get this helicopter out of the air first. If we can clear everything... Oh, this actually tank. If we can clear everything else out of here before the mechs get here, it makes this a little bit easier on us. It's one less thing we have to worry about later. Some of these helicopters and stuff like that, some of the bigger ones can mount some pretty heavy weaponry, so this should be what the Shadowhawk and the other thing. I don't remember the other thing was. Let's see here. Oh, it's the commando, that's right.
Incoming missile.
Oh, you're getting torn up pretty good. There he goes, he's down.
Target acquired.
And let's get this guy.
Engaging with Lance.
Additional hostiles
Right now,
have
this
been
is the one that should
dispatched.
drop right on
They're
top
heading
of
your
us.
way.
Or maybe not. Maybe they decided to mix up a little bit.
Moving into formation, Commander.
Target acquired.
No, that's the Marauder, though.
Enemy eliminated.
If we take these guys out first, though.
Getting into formation, Commander.
And I'm hoping that the assassin gets to us
Target
first.
acquired.
So we can get to if the assassin gets to us first, we can take him out without even dealing with the Marauder, and then we can take the Marauder out one on four, which is a lot easier. Let's take him out
Requested
first.
target ID received. Engaging.
He's a lot closer, so that's helpful. Yeah, they're both here now, which is not great. Let's stick to our plan here. Let's take out the assassin really quick, and then hopefully, hopefully we don't have to worry about the Marauder too much.
Acquired.
All right, Marauder now.
On the commander's requested target. Left arm gone.
Man, that's not great. That might be. I think that's on the quick draw. So, kind of expected, but still sucks. You got a little more room out here. Hopefully, we can get to the Marauder a little bit easier now. There's one leg gone.
Enemy mech forces
Both legs
spotted
gone.
operating
All right.
in the area. Watch out for them.
All right, I've lost all my center armor on my center torso, which isn't great. But
Falling in far formation, commander.
all right, let's take these guys out.
Fire.
Scorpion light tank. Do that.
New
What do we got
target
over here?
acquired.
It's a Vindicator. It's a helicopter up here.
Target destroyed.
I'm kind of moving behind my other mechs just to try to have a little more armor between myself and those guys. Just because I'm having a few issues with armor. Let's see here. Stuck behind these buildings here, that's the problem. in the world do I lose the center torso to an urban mech with only a single or a small laser on it? Well, that's just disappointing. All right, well, we're gonna try this one more time. If we don't do it after this, we might back off of here and try something else because something's not going right with this mission. I don't know. Well, number one, I got hit. I was doing okay up until the Marauder showed up. Once that Marauder showed up, it just for some reason all of a sudden my center torso armor just went from like okay to nothing. So it might just have to be if we can try to get the Marauder down as fast as we can, and I don't take too many PPC shots because I think that's what it is. That PPC is really just tearing up that center torso. We just got to be a little more careful, I guess. But yeah, if we don't get out of this one, I'll back out and try a different mission. Maybe we go with some Merrick missions. Maybe a little easier for us, and maybe get some money from them and start building a reputation up with them. Fingers crossed, hopefully. So, don't quite know yet. We haven't seen another story mission, which I'm like an actual like a Black Inferno style of story mission, which I'm kind of surprised. I figured by now we would have seen another one,
Right.
but
We believe we've got the actual location of Shenzheng's son. They're at a heavily guarded prison complex, but fortunately for us, pirates are rather single-minded. If we stage a diversion, we should be able to draw away enough troops for our support teams to extract the prisoners.
We are Oscar Mike.
Lance is Oscar Mike.
Target acquired.
Falling in file formation, sir.
that's not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to.
Regrouping at requested.
Alright, let's take him out.
Got your target, Commander.
I might just want to stay back for a bit, just to let these guys take. Because these mechs, I gotta feel these guys can have no problem taking out. The problem is if I die, the whole mission's gone.
Acquired.
We're on your target, Commander.
And that's I think both times we haven't we didn't really restart it, but just both times I got destroyed. So if we stay back a little bit from the fighting. There's a trebuchet right here though. We still gotta do some fighting, but I'm gonna use more of my long range stuff than my
Destroy that mech.
shorter stuff.
Target
Negative on last. Sorry, Commander.
Alright, well there should be one more out there. A tank or something there. There he is. Oh, there he was. Alright, well. Maybe a little bit. Oh, we gotta still run into town here. Maybe a little bit better. Fingers crossed we do a little bit better on this one.
Stay sharp, MechWarriors. Allied command reports enemy movement is projected to hit your location at any moment. Time to earn our pay.
Alright, where are they at? Alright, they are
acquired.
coming in this way. Alright, that one's destroyed, so
Target destroyed.
get those guys out of the air here. Looks like we just have the mechs left.
Target acquired.
So we get rid of that guy first.
Reactor failure
Try to concentrate a little bit more on this one. This one's not going as well, but, or I mean, it's going okay. This is going better than probably the first 2 attempts.
Enemy forces
But
continuing to converge on your location.
still trying to get a hole. Oh, that one's about to go critical. I've got more armor at least this time, so that's better than what we have been. Alright, well here is going to be the hard one. Oh, but that's not what I wanted to do.
Moving to your 6, Commander.
That's not also what I want to do. I'm just doing everything wrong right now. It's not great. Come on, there we go.
Target acquired.
Moving on launch target.
I think we just wait here. We take out the helicopters that are coming in behind us, but we just kind of wait here. If we can pull the assassin out faster and kind of keep the Marauder's range to a minimum, so it's a little harder to hit. I mean, PBC doesn't have a minimum range, but you know, if we can maybe just try to, you know, keep him to a minimum.
Target destroyed.
There's that one gone.
Target acquired.
They want to go after that Marauder, hopefully. Take out the tank here.
Target destroyed.
Alright, guys.
Unable, Commander. Sorry.
Alright, Quick Draw's having some issues. But,
Target
alright, there we go.
On the commander's target.
Here, while they, I mean, it's already hurting pretty good. I'm trying to run behind the turn this way. See if we can get up behind it. Really? Oh, look at this. I got like a peephole over here now. I can just fire, well, sort of. I'll run a little bit, see if he can chase me, see if maybe my lance may can hit him a little bit harder. Clutch brake a little bit and turn. Try to have him hit the side of the mech instead of the front of it. Now they've got his attention on the back now. All right. Well, I've got some more. I've got more armor than I usually did, but the quick draw's hurting pretty good. Well, this is farther than we made it last time. Well, this is usually the wave we die on, so gotta be a little more careful. Alrighty, what do we got?
Target acquired.
Got a Vindicator, which I think we'll go after first.
Move to the commander. Focusing the shared target. Target down.
Surprised this guy's ran. Oh, well, this guy's wants to get killed.
New target acquired.
Turn around. There you are. If he wants to keep his back to me, that's okay.
Unit lost. Nice kill shot, Commander. Target is about to blow.
Get out of there.
Damage
Yep.
imminent.
So I was afraid of.
Escape safely. Moving to pick up.
Oh, cool.
Target acquired.
So we don't hopefully lose that pilot. I don't think, but at least they got out. That's kind of the good thing. up on me.
We're moving in.
Oh, they're on top of us? Oh, that's not good. I saw like the exhausts of something. They came over top of us. It looks like they only have 2 mediums there. Let's get out. Let's get these guys down.
Target destroyed.
Any other things out here that's going to mess us up?
Enemy eliminated.
Got that guy down. We got a hunchback and we've got a phoenix hawk. That's what's closing faster, and I think it's going to be a bigger pain for us. But
Target acquired.
let's go after that guy
Focus
first.
target received, Commander.
Kind of hoping that fuel dump would do more damage to that Phoenix Hawk, but I guess it didn't. One armor has gone. Two armors gone. He's dead. All right, hunchback now. Doesn't have the AC-10 on it, but alright, cool. We just took out most of his lasers, so he shouldn't be too much of a threat now. But still gotta be careful.
Heat critical.
Additional hostiles have been dispatched. They're heading your way.
Alright, there should be what, 5 left. They're landing pretty close here. So what we got?
Target acquired.
Another hunchback with an AC-20.
Target that, Commander.
And I didn't see what the other one was. Oh, there's another heavy mech. It's a quick draw.
Target confirmed. Carrying.
I'm gonna take him down first.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
You know what? Let's focus on this guy.
Received. Engaging.
We can take one of these guys out first. Well,
Component damage critical. Need assistance.
guy's dead.
Battle mech eliminated.
All right.
Acquired.
Firing
We got the next guy.
requested target.
Ammo low.
Thankfully, it's not the burst, or it's the small, or it's the burst fire AC-20. It's not the big one, but still can do a lot of damage to a battle mech.
Ammo explosion detected.
Yep. I can't see it all. I'm saying this guy's blind spot, but fortunately, I don't really have any more weapons. But he only has a small laser left, so. I'm gonna kill that quick draw. Let me also kill that guy real quick. Cool. Alright, we just got the quick draw left.
Coordinated
He's already been hit, so. Problem is under these buildings here, or between these buildings. The recharge time on these medium lasers is not great. But we got one of his legs gone, so he can't probably move very well. Looks like he's gone. All right, we run now.
Shenzeng's son and several other prisoners from the complex. The plan worked.
All right, now we run.
Contract successful.
Oh,
Time to get paid.
that was a tough one. Was it 2 heavy mechs they brought against us? And one of them being the Marauder. Yeah, that was a tough mission. And we're going to have to do a lot of repairs before we can go out for House Merrick. So, yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Still enjoyed it though. It was a fun mission. It was a difficult mission, and once we figured out, once I didn't run in, all gun ho, and let my quick draw die first, it was a little bit easier. But hopefully that pilot isn't dead. That's what I'm more worried about. But she said she punched out and she was okay. But so nothing really on there. But we really can't afford any of those. We'll take a few medium lasers. Do we have any heat sinks? We do. We'll take a couple of those. 2 of those. Got a laser there and a laser there. Alright, that's all we can afford. But she's injured, but, that is okay. Holy cow. We actually got a pilot. Oh, that's cool. So I guess since we rescued the guy as a POW, he decided to join us. Well, that's actually really neat. All right, well, let's go to our a hub. Ooh, I think we've done something that's not good. Oh no, he still has his Gauss rifle. I thought it was in his arm. Okay, I'm okay with that now. Let's try to find an industrial hub around here. But Merrick pretty much seems to be like a conflict zone. Just the entire place is. That's not great. Let's head out here to see if there is maybe a place we can find. Yes, industrial hub discovered. You can't see it because the message is where my camera is. But just taking on good faith that I found an industrial hub somewhere. And it's actually close to where we were doing our missions at. So that's also good. Alright, but this is still part of the conflict zone. Where is that industrial hub at? Oh, there it is. Alright, we'll fly a little bit further, but that's okay. Looks like we actually got another industrial hub discovered too, so that's also good. The more we can discover over here, the more we can actually stay out here. That's what I was kind of concerned about, trying to find a industrial hub close by. But it seems like we got a tag laser for sale. So, if you haven't seen one of those yet, the tag laser, if you actually hit somebody with a tag laser, that doesn't do any damage. But what it will do is it'll actually make missiles more accurate for a little while. So that's a pretty cool one to have. I don't really see a need for them, but that is just me. I need some machine guns and some machine gun. They don't have any machine gun ammo. Well, that's not good. So it's like we might have to travel a little bit during this run here. We did lose the large laser. Do we have one? We do not. That's not good. Alright, large laser. They have this one. Not great. Large laser. We'll throw that in there. LRM, SRM ammo. We have some SRM ammo. We don't have any LRM ammo, though. Mark it. We'll buy a bunch of LRM ammo and some SRM ammo, just because we will need both of them. We need it. Do we have an SRM4? We don't have an SRM4 or LMR10, which is not good. So let's see here. SRM4 and an LRM10. You have some. The streams weigh the same amount though. which I'll just buy a stream. Essentially, it's the same thing, but instead of firing all at once, they kind of fire one by one, which is a little bit more accurate that way, and they're not too bad. So, prepare all. We're missing something. Don't have any SRM ammo, or LRM ammo, so we need to do that. But we're missing something else, because it says we're still down on firepower. We don't have any machine gun ammo, that's why. We'll go ahead and start the work, though. We'll have to go to another planet to find some more machine gun ammo. Thankfully, this thing only just lost a medium laser. I'm more than happy just to do that. I'm more concerned about that Gauss rifle. Let's edit the load on this one. Repair all. Just lost a medium laser on this one. I'm okay with that. Start the work on that one. And the quick draw, it's probably a little more worse for wear. Hit repair all. 2 heat sinks there for the engines. We're going to have to buy more heat sinks here soon. Lost its SRM-4. I don't have a backup one. They probably have one here because they're pretty... they don't have one here. Alright, so that's not good. It's going to need an LRM-10, which we had to go buy ours, so we'll do that. LRM-10 and the ammo for it. We'll need to get another medium laser in here. We don't have another medium laser. Well, that's not good. I have those all over the place, but no, I guess we are just going through medium lasers like crazy. Alright, medium laser. We do need slots for the small SRM-4. That's a medium one. I can't use that one, unfortunately, or I would. There's no SRM-4 on the market, so that kind of sinks. So we'll just have to get that one repaired and just kind of wait on that. So there's that taken care of. Let's actually travel to another hub. We'll travel over to this one because there's a special mech on sale. Probably won't buy it, but I do kind of want to see what we've got here. We also need to look at our new pilot. I forgot about we actually have a new pilot now, so see how good he does. So now technically we actually have 2 backups if we need them, which is pretty good. Didn't expect that. They have a Wolverine, which, you know, it's okay. But let's see here. Market, we need... Oh, they have a Stalker here, too. So this is an assault mech. This is actually a pretty good one. One of the ones I would consider. This is kind of the upgraded version, or the assault version of the Catapult. 2 LRM-20s, 4 medium lasers, and 2 SRM-6s. It's a pretty decent mech. I have another Orion here. It's not bad. But not what I was looking for. I want to go to the equipment here and go to market. See if they have an SRM-4. That's all LRMs. SRM-4. They have 1. They have machine gun ammo. They do. We'll take all of those because we keep going through quite a bit of it. Hopefully we can kind of wait this out. We have to. All right, here. Hold on. Battle mechs. There is. Quick draw, we have to edit this one because it's missing an SRM-4 there, and that gets it up to 57 tons. And it's under tonnage, but I think maybe just it needs another heat sink. We can always put one there. It's not missing any. Oh, it's missing a medium laser. That would be it. And then it's cooling a little bit better now. What am I missing? Maybe just putting more LRM ammo in it might not be the worst idea in the world. Let's do that. And then Grasshopper's good, the Orion's good, and so the Thunderbolt just needs the machine gun ammo. Like that. Alright. That's no big deal. Literally does not take any time to do that one, so. Alright, well, let's wait. So our mechs are now completely rebuilt. I'm going to run and use the restroom really quick. We got about a half hour of the stream left, so I want to run and take just a real quick bathroom break. So let me go and switch over to my Be Right Back screen. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be right back, guys, so we can finish this up. And hopefully we'll be close to getting maybe level 9 today. So I'll see you guys back here in just a few minutes. Alright, everybody, I am back. Told you it'd be a pretty quick break there. Alright, well, we have all of our mechs. Let's take a look at our new pilot while we're here. Actually, it's a 28 here, which isn't bad. Let's see what our new guy looks like. He's a 42. Holy cow. That's awesome. once we get these two trained, we have a third. He's got really good potential, I should say. But yeah, that's awesome. Look at that. Eight to lasers, 8 to missiles. He'd be really good in probably the grasshopper or the quick draw. Whew. All right. Well, didn't expect that to happen. All right. Well, let's go back out in the stars here and see what we got going on. To level 9. I don't think we're quite ready for a 9 yet, but head back down here to this end of the galaxy. Maybe we can find some quests, hopefully. Probably can do at least one more, maybe two. Oh, you know what? I did it again. I forgot to put the game back up. My bad. Yeah, our guy's a 42 on the new pilot we just got. So that's actually really good. I think that, fair enough, those quests the first quest wasn't too bad. The second one's a pain in the butt. But since we got it done, I kind of like it. Alright, so we do have 3 Merrick missions here, which I didn't expect that. We'll do this one. This is another Warzone contract like we have been doing. Since we don't really have the same negotiation powers as we do with Davion, we can only get 6 points. But I can put 2 in each and get about $700,000 out of it, so that's not too bad. Unfortunately, though, we cannot drop all of our big mechs. We have to drop about 40 tons. Let's see here. That's a 70 ton. We can bring the Hunchback, which it's not. The pilot's not great for that. What else? This one's we have to lose about 20 more tons. The Grasshopper's 60, so it has to be a 40-ton mech. We might just go back to the 2 Blackjacks like we had been using, and that'll be our perfect tonnage right there. Go ahead and just roll with that, because I got a feeling with the Thunderbolt and the Orion we're totally fine. I have a feeling with something like this, they don't really expect you to have these, 2 huge battle mechs. I got a feeling they probably want you to have things like the Hunchback, the Shadowhawk, maybe a Griffin, maybe 1 heavy mech. I don't think they expect you to have 2 very nice heavy mechs with you, and then 2 medium mechs. And the medium mechs themselves, both the Blackjack is not a bad mech. I think the variants I like, there's one that has 2 AC5s and I think 2 or 3 medium lasers. That's what I kind of prefer. I mean, I've piloted that one before, and it's a good mech for what it is. But it's to me, I think this will work out enough to where we can get those up. And I just realized that neither one of those pilots will actually gain any experience for doing this, because she needs missiles. This is a missile on it. She needs ballistic, and this one does not have any ballistic weapons on it. So let's do this. Let's actually trade these 2 out. Let's trade this Blackjack for that Blackjack, so that she can get that last ballistic slot. Since she can't gain really anything from this one, let's go ahead and throw in this guy. He can actually gain at least the lasers on this one, so we can get him up to 8. If we can get him up to 8, he'd be really good in the quick draw or the Grasshopper. So I'm okay with that. So let's get him in there. Let's try to keep cycling our pilots in and out to try to keep them trained and stuff like that. So I think that's a good idea. So
We are walking right into the thick of it, Commander. Help each other hold back the tide of the enemy advance.
and if I'd have known that we'd got that good of a pilot out of this mission, I probably wouldn't have hired that guy. But then again, we hired him before we even started that mission, even the first one. So fair enough.
Target acquired. Target.
Wow. I think he shot the Gauss rifle after that guy. A bit overkill, I'll be honest. But that's awesome. I mean, especially like after having all those frustrating missions we just got off of. This will be fun. So you see, kind of have the streaks a little bit different. They don't fire all at once. That's what I think I'm more used to. Come to think about it, so that's okay. They're a little more accurate that way because if like you fire the first 2 and they're on target, but if like the back half might not be, With those, you can actually fire 2 at a time, and because of that, once you fire all of them, or once you fire like the first 2, it kind of moves, and then it can't, you know, I can't talk when I'm trying to describe here. Essentially, since it follows the mech, since we have targeting on it, those missiles will fire, and they're a little more accurate than just the normal, missiles are, because since they're not firing them in a clump. If that makes sense. Still have minimum range, unfortunately, but that is okay. Got some more America cicadas out there. It's a little odd to see purple instead of the blue, but you know, that's okay. Get working with the Free World League instead of the Federated Suns, but that's okay. Also, never really understood why each one of them has different names, but they do. Merrick is the Free Worlds League. That's why I always keep saying. That's why I always keep on singing. Keep on rocking the Free Worlds. I think it's a great name. There is also the Federated Suns is Davion. The Compelling Confederation is Liao. I think that might be who we're fighting right now, but that's what it looks like. So, and I'm trying to think of the other 2, and because like there is the Magistracy of Canopus, which is the one I always forget the name of, and then the other one that's Steiner. I don't remember what the actual name for Steiner is. So, fair enough. But you know, it's just so it's interesting. You just gotta keep the name straight. The new guy's a little too enthusiastic for my taste. We might need to send him to calm down training so we can calm down. But that's just me, you know. It's this kind of problem. Alright, cool. Helicopter down. Oh, there's a mech that popped up right behind us. Oh, it's an Irby. I know, I don't want to... After the Urban killed me with a small laser earlier, I don't really want to take these too lightly. I mean, they're still pieces of junk, but... There's that guy down. How's that guy not dead yet? There he is. Let's take this guy out. Nicely done. Let's get this. I think it's a locust over here. Yeah. I always want to call it a flea, but it's not a flea. That technically a flea is a different mech, and I think it's even worse than the locust is. But I think the flea doesn't come until later, if I'm not mistaken. That might be a clan mech too. I could be wrong about that, but
Enemy mech forces spotted operating in the area. Watch out for them.
Martin, how you doing? Or Meriton, how are you doing today? Thank you for the follow too, sir. I do appreciate it. That should be number 25. So that should be halfway to affiliate. So thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. How did I miss that helicopter? Alright, well, let's try this again. That should get him, yeah. So that's no big deal. Got a Vindicator here. Let's go ahead and take him out so we can see him. We're just ripping through these guys now. Not a care in the world with these guys. Yeah, after that after that one mission, we're I don't know if pilots just want to get after it more now, or we've got a little more confidence since we can take on those heavier mechs and not have a problem. I mean, fair enough. Taking out 23 targets in one, like, you know, very difficult battle zone is it's a pretty hard task to do, anyways. But great, that's got an AC-20 on it. Let's get rid of it. I just all right, cool, he's down. I still don't understand why those urban mechs even really. I mean, fair enough. They're supposed to be for, if you actually read anything on them, they're supposed to be for like city defense, like policing. And then they bring them out here for this, and we just tear right through them. There's three medium mechs coming after us. Let's see where these guys are at.
Positioning on you, Commander.
All right, here we go. We got a cicada, a hunchback. What's the third one here? Another cicada. All right, well, let's take out a cicada then.
What's your focusing target?
Hunchback's going to take a little bit longer to get here because he's a little bit slower, but so let's try to take out these guys as fast as we can. Here's a attempt. I'm really missing those pulse lasers. There's one down. Where's the other one at?
Target acquired.
Alright, the hunchback's over the hill. He's got the AC-20 on it, which it's the burst fire, so it's not as bad, but still not. I mean, any AC-20 is going to be a pain in the butt to fight. I mean, we saw how, you know, if you watch any of the streams beforehand, you can see how painful those things can be in the right hands. But so if we can take him down, hopefully it shouldn't be too awful bad. The thing is about the hunchback, I love the hunchbacks. That's why I kept mine. But it's if you can take out that center or that right torso with the AC-20 on it, you've really neutered about half that mech. I mean, it only has, at that point, you have a small laser and a medium laser left. So it's not the best mech to, you know, if you lose a torso like that, it's not great. I've already damaged, alright, we've taken it out, so it's got a medium laser and a small laser left, so I can sit here for a second, let the mech cool down for a moment, get back at it. Go. We got about 5 more targets left.
That intersects with your position.
Target acquired.
He shouldn't be too awful bad. Let's take him out first, because he has a normal AC-20. It's not the burst fire version of it, because the burst fire is what would be doing all the damage to us. Or the burst fire can do a lot of damage, but alright, it's already gone. It's a good shot. That was easy. Alright, he's going to explode though. I think we should be fine. We're far enough back.
Target acquired.
Alright, another blackjack. Let's go take him out. That's kind of the standard. The two burst fire, or two AC-2 burst fires, and then some lasers. It's not a bad little mech, but you know, in one of these missions, it's like, you know, we're bringing a lot more firepower than we probably should need to, but it's better to have a way to. I mean, really, a fair fight is not a good fight. An unfair fight is probably your best option. All right, there's 2 more. Probably cicadas, but the way they're moving. There's 1 cicada and 2 cicadas. Look at that. You can kind of tell what mechs are which. You know, if you play games like this enough, and I have quite a bit, you can kind of tell what the mechs are by the way they attack. They're behind you a lot. It's going to be something a lot faster, something like a light mech, or if it's a medium mech, probably something like the cicada or the assassin does it a lot too. So it's got to be kind of careful which what you're looking at here. Ooh, I lost a leg. It's not good. You can lose one leg and be okay. You just losing two is kind of the issue.
We've reached our quarter, Commander. From here
All
on
right.
out, we're racking up bonus
So let's
pay.
get out of here then.
Stick around as long as you like. We're on standby to pick you up when you're ready for evac.
Where is the evac zone? Oh, it's over here. Oh, great. There's at least
Sensor. Can't target that.
2 mechs in our way here. Take him out first. If we lose this fight because we're leaving and we get killed, I will be very upset. Alright, we gotta at least kill these 2 guys. Right, his AC-20 is already gone, so not really too concerned with that one.
Incoming missile.
That's not good.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
I'll just run straight at this guy and we're just gonna keep running. And I'm just gonna keep running because there's another mech behind that one that I didn't see. But if we don't get out of here soon, we will.
Target.
Target eliminated.
We won't be making it. But we've already got an extra $53,000, so it's not too bad actually for almost losing this mech. I think we're gonna be in the clear though, so looks like it. So we're good there.
Clear to board at Met Bay number 1.
Okay, that was a fun little fight. But I'm expecting this more often now because we're getting to harder missions and getting actually up into some harder levels, which is good because I want to see that. I want to see I want to complete this game. That's kind of the goal for this stream. I don't know if we'll I don't know if there's 100% on this one. I mean, I don't think there is, but we really just want to complete the story missions in this game. So. But we haven't seen one yet. I didn't see one. We think we started with a story mission last stream, but we haven't got anything else yet. So we'll see. I don't know how that's going to work out as well, but we'll figure it out. We're almost a veteran now, so that's pretty good. Can't really get anything out of this though. Unfortunately, we can get one of the urban mechs if we want it. But let's see what kind of weapons they dropped. Heat sinks, decent medium lasers. We'll take a couple of those because we're running low, and a couple of heat sinks as well. Thank you. All pilots are still good. He leveled up quite a few times, so that's good. Honestly, not too bad damage-wise. I think our mech was the worst off because we lost a leg, but you know, that's not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's see here. We actually just want to go through here. We'll hit these because these are a little bit easier because we say hit repair mechs because they're just replacing armor on these. And the hunchback, or on mine, not the hunchback, this one. We'll have to just repair the heat sinks on it. No big deal. Hit repair all here. And start work. Let's look at the star maps. We've got another contract here. But honest with you guys, that's probably going to take more than what we have left in the stream. So I'll probably just end it here just a little bit early. So let me go ahead. I'll just hit the wait. And we'll just kind of wait this one out here. We'll hit save. If you guys are ever curious at all how big these... Let me pull the big mechs out and I'll kind of show you those. Let's see here. I'll put the quick draw out here and the grasshopper out here. So if you guys are ever curious at how big these mechs really are, so these are just humans. This is actually our mechanic here. And this is the Orion. This is the one that our second guy, that's Freeman. That's what he pilots. This is the Grasshopper. This is, I think, our tallest mech we have. You can kind of see, scale-wise, how big these things really are. And then let's see which one. This is my Thunderbolts. This is my favorite. This is the one I pilot all the time. You can kind of get an idea of how big these things really are. I mean, you can stand where you can actually walk up right to it. And this is the foot of it. So yeah, you get an idea of scale when you're standing right next to these. And this is the quick draw, of course. So yeah, these are the four. These are kind of our big four. Just giving you a sense of scale of how big these mechs really are, and how, you know, when you're blowing something, you know, if you blow an arm off here, you're losing tons of weapons and armor and internals, they call them. It's a thing called Myanmar. It's apparently supposed to be like a metal version of a muscle, and that's what they use to move mechs like this. But yeah, you're losing like these huge tons. So we're running at 55 or 60 kilometers an hour, 70 tons, and you hit each other. You can kind of see why these things can cause some damage. So that's probably gonna be it for us, guys. Let me go ahead and save the game here so we don't lose any progress. We'll hit a new one, save. I'm not gonna pronounce that planet because I will mess that one up. And we'll go ahead and just kind of say here, guys. So, guys, thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for the 2 new followers. That gets us up to 25 followers. We're halfway to the affiliate goal, and that's pretty awesome to see. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. If you did, if you haven't followed already, please do. We're already at 25, so we just need to get another 25 more to get that affiliate goal. That'd be really cool to see. And also, if you're watching this a little later on YouTube or watching this later on Twitch, I do appreciate that as well. If you are wanting to catch a stream live, though, I do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesdays, we've been playing Planet Coaster. We've been working on an amusement park in there. We've been enjoying that pretty well. On Thursdays, we were playing Stardew Valley, but fortunately, this week was the last one. We decided to cut it there. Still haven't decided what we're going to do yet. There's a couple ideas I have maybe for a real short series on Thursdays, if I can get that to work. But on Fridays, we always play MechWarrior. So we've been playing through this right now. I don't know how far this campaign goes. I've never completed this game before. So kind of along the ride, you're kind of along the ride with me to see how far we can get in this game. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Next time I'll see you guys will be on Tuesday. We'll be back in Planet Coaster. I've got a couple things to show you guys already that I've been working on in there. And we'll continue working on our Rapids ride. If you guys are curious, we will be back on Friday with more MechWarrior. I'll probably tell you guys Tuesday what we're going to be playing Thursday, because I still need to work a few things out there. But guys, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. You guys have a great weekend and Monday. You know how Mondays can be sometimes. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for some more Planet Coaster. Take care, guys.